So the issue is you want to feed your shrimp and your fish cucumber, but you've heard very bad rumors on the internet that if you do this, there's a very, very high chance that you will kill your shrimp, right? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how I get around that issue, and we're going to do it right now. Hello everyone, I'm Mark from Mark Shrimp Tanks. The reason that you should trust this advice from me is specifically because I have a massive, massive fan base. So if I ever have an issue, or if I see someone has an issue, there will literally be hundreds and hundreds of people in the comment sections giving them advice, right? So I always get access to the best advice simply because I have a massive YouTube channel and I have a massive Facebook group. So let's look at the cusp of the issue, and that is when you feed cucumber to your shrimp, there is more than likely pesticides impregnating the skin of the cucumber, and when you add it to the tank, your shrimp and your fish munch away and it has adverse effects where it actually kills animals in the tank, right? So this is not specific for every single cucumber you get at the shop. It just depends on the country you live in and the pesticides they use. For example, in Norway, you may actually get cucumbers with no pesticides, but then in the beginning of the year, you might actually get a cucumber with some pesticides. It just depends on how they're grown and when they're sprayed. So what you're basically going to do, guys, is you're going to remove just the skin, right? We're going to remove the skin. I'm going to put it into 2 tanks because I have at least 2 tanks with bristlenose plecos and they absolutely love cucumber. We're going to remove the skin and we're going to make it safe for our shrimp and fish. So we have our cucumber. Let's get off the worst bits like this. And the goal here, guys, is to actually remove the skin, right? So we're going to take our potato peeler here and we're just going to peel it. See how hard this is. Very, very easy. So you just have to be careful because you can actually peel your own skin if you do it wrong, which I've done before. And yeah, it is not a nice experience when you actually peel your own skin. So just take your time, like I'm doing here. Easy peasy, get that skin off. And remove any chance of pesticides actually being on the skin, because yeah, pesticides in general are actually sprayed on. So that was that. Let's see. I think that's good enough. I wouldn't get a job peeling potatoes, that is for sure. That's good enough. Look at that. We've peeled this cucumber. All this skin here will be put in the compost heap at the back of the garden. And we're going to split it in 2 because yeah, we have 2 tanks with bristlenose pleco. And I know, guys, that this is bristlenose plecos. It's one of their absolute favourite foods, right? So it's something that I will take the risk with and do this. By the way, guys, I've never had this happen to me in Norway where I fed cucumber to shrimp and fish and them die, but there is the chance, right? And so that's why I've made this video today, to help you do this, and it gives your animals a much better chance of surviving. Take the pesticides off, they live longer, right? So let's get this into our tanks. You know, I actually forgot to show you there how I actually get my cucumber to sink. I actually just use a little stainless steel fork like this, push it in, and this will go on the bottom. Num 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 num. Shrimp and fish love it. Like this. I like doing it this way because it stays on. There's a bit of weight in this. Cucumber tends to float. So let's get into these 2 tanks here. We have bristlenose pleco. There's a big crayfish in here as well that also likes to munch on this. So let's get over there and put these into the tank. So let's put our cucumber bit in here. I'm going to put the biggest bit that we have in there because I think there's 5 bristlenose plecos in here. There's 1 big one and maybe 3 medium sized one and 1 smaller sized one. So let's get this in here. Put it near the front. I think there's 1 under here actually. I just saw it. Like this. This is a sand base. It's got tons and tons of neos. And yeah, the only thing I can see that might be an issue here is that it's just a wee bit too far in. We've got tons of Sulawesi snails like this in here, and they love this harder water that I have in my tanks now. I'll explain in detail, guys, what I meant by that comment in a future video, because yeah, I'm having much more success using harder water in a Neocaridina tank. The snails are thriving, the shrimp are absolutely loving it, and here's the first bristlenose going past. Let's put it into the bottom tank and we'll see how the crayfish loves it. Right guys, so this is my crayfish tank. I've had these guys for a long, long time. This is actually the only crayfish left in here that you see. I think we bred probably 20, 30 of them, and it went down to about 5 very large adults, and once the female molted, the males decided to eat her, and that was the end of me having this type of crayfish. You can see here, this is the last living one that we have, and we're going to feed it this. And yeah, these guys can nip, so you have to be a little bit careful because they will draw blood. Like this, you want this bit? You gonna eat it? Come on. So I'm just going to put that here. And in here there's also a couple of bristlenose plecos. And guys, in general, they tend to be just a little bit too fast for the crayfish. Let's go back up to the top and see what's happening up there. So it has been a few minutes, and you can see that the shrimp are all over this already. Soon the snails will get to it, and then they'll be over it. There's a lot of snails in here as well. And then the bristlenose plecos will come to it once they feel comfortable enough. You can see one of them there. I think that's a female. And yeah, so this is how you feed cucumbers safely. Guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, please maybe watch another one. It helps my channel out tremendously because it sends the right signals to YouTube.